all words getting out by my mouth in the entire video is all purely an opinion, and some, if not all, are just laughs and gigs honestly. But if anything else, jokes and such is not meant to be taken too seriously since, seriously, why be bitter and sad when the whole world is in flames and in a pile of shit already? Am I right? Like this movie's event, right? Oh, forgot to put it. For entertainment purposes only. Spoilers alert. For what I'm about to say, I do apologize about it, as much it pains me to admit, I thought nobody would even dare or even freaking care to make another zombie themed movie since you gotta cash in more of that milky familiar franchise, am I right? Even PewDiePie admitted that zombies industries in video games are so freaking saturated and we just don't know how to make another new unique designs, varieties, I don't know, can guess as much as one. And as much as I don't even want to admit it too, considering that I have an acquaintance slash friends who loves and may have watched all the western, even some Asian movies that are iconic and underrated zombie themed movies. That's so fucking redundant, but whatever. But as you have seen, that's happened lately in the yards of our dear old movies. It really pains me to admit that, yeah, I think it is, not alive anymore. Yes, it's a fucking pun. You may get out. And so, I'm gonna make a zombie review of this new popular current trending. It's fucking so long. So yes, I'm gonna review this one since I love zombie movies too, and I'm gonna divide the movie review into aspects which are three: how I see the visually, is it good, the audio, the BGM, the story, and of course the conclusion, all in all. So let's review it like how a doctor revives a patient, just like how Edison electrocuted the fucking elephant, shall we? Let's start with the thing that our body does first. What eyes can see, the mouth will conclude, right? The scenery slash visuals is the first thing we'll tackle. Honestly, there are good shots that you can find and discover in this movie, especially shots regarding buildings, abandoned, spooky, bloody, or whatnot cities are all very well done. Something that you would expect any standard of western movies, But considering that I'm not one of them, it always baffles me, And it always makes me chuckle and depressed. Again, that's a trademark of my generation. When I look at their old ones and still come up with a better one than my current film industry in my country does. Oh my god, the fucking grammar. The scenery of such tragic and unfortunate event was conveyed through our eyesight, and as such is always a good thing to say and to hear, The opening cutscenes are banger too, especially with the BGM. But always makes me angry, Whenever they make it dark and dusty, like how lame how my looks look like, it angered the shit out of me. Especially when they themselves know how to perfectly execute a concept called freaking lighting. Like, do they really need to be reminded of why the last Game of Thrones season really freaking sucked and how many people complained because one of the reasons is you fucking can't see a goddamn thing? And most of the confrontations in which I refer specifically to where they conversations are at times horrendously shot like my local channel shot, but they have more advanced expensive budget shot. Anyways, off to negative vibes and to the positive ones again. Sandwich method, eh? Positive it is when I saw zombies makeup costumes, well done indeed. The big bad boss shots, looking at them at far posing like cars in JoJo, yeah, it's good. It's a good culture indeed. It really looks pachis badass, so yeah, I'm really impressed about how they do that, And here I thought that the main villain was the Japanese tycoon and his bodyguards all along, but it's not, right? Right? The cast was pretty, normal, good. I mean, Batista, the half Peloponnes, looks good and all, especially his abs, muscle, arms, yes baby. But the rest were kinda, forgettable. Except to the last parts and to the, some iconic moments. Still forgettable. Except the characters like the door unlocker, the German one, and his Beshi, I don't know, whatever fucking people do nowadays, just like how Hero Academia ship pretty much every fucking people. And our samurai, mate. Samurai, that's a fucking... And that's it, yeah. Oh yeah, the daughter, the beloved son of a water, is a I can't fucking even pronounce the fucking word. Just make me freaking angry. Now let's move on to the audio. BGM or VFX as the nerds say out there. The BGM is Fine taste indeed. Like good old good music in your ears spring at the past days of beers. Has Elvis for goodness sake. I need to say freaking more. Most if not every song played in the movie is iconic and popular at some point. If you love music and especially an audiophile, you may have heard most if not all. So but it's just funny, when the atmosphere is silent or the convo ends, someone effing tune starts out loud every single effing time. I even guessed in the first time when Batista prepared his stuffs. I said like a prophet, thus shall tune soon be heard, I said. And as soon as I said and finished that effing word, the effing mother effing music starts. Shite, it fucking killed me, bro. It fucking killed me. And they did it again and again and again and again, mother freaking again. Even in an elevator scene where I should be scared, thrilled for the characters, spoilers, yeah. But instead of that, annoyance of some sort of feeling came to my mind, thinking it really is. Like I was supposed to be scared and thrilled for the characters, for the love of mine, but instead of that, an annoyance of some sort of feeling came to my mind, thinking, really? Is it really that freaking necessary to freaking add a fucking music every mother? But hey, at least it's not some, Skrillex or some epileptic noise that is so loud that you can even hear the sound effects, or worse, their fucking conversation. So hey, points to that, I guess. There goes the census part of the video. Alas, thou have come forth at the last destination of this stop. Wah. Before we dissect every character that is memorable to my dumb brain, I'll just say it outright. I, for the love of father, hate the effing daughter so much I'm willing to be strangled by fucking Dimitrescu and be a zombie phantom hybrid myself to hunt the living shit out of her. And that is not because what she did at the end. In fact, I quite like it. Made me redeem my opinion of her, but her previous actions were just, oh dear goodness. And just for the holiness, I can't even fucking, oh my god. But we'll get back to her later though. So let's start with my favorite one. The blacksmith door locker German Franny bloke. The role is so perfect for him for being a clueless, yet the one who's truly needed and essential for the team. That kind of role. He is funny and gets along with pretty much all of them, but I wish that there was a freaking time that he was in a pinch when he was with all of them and he was almost, if not nearly beaten, and they suddenly feel the urge to protect him because of it, since they really needed to freaking guard him to unlock the main mission in the first place, if it was the main mission, wink. My second favorite, I love Batista's role here. Like, he is so stern, stubborn, like serious face person, just like his real counterpart. But listen, in real life he didn't kill his, with such a freaking force, using an effing knife at that. Like, I felt that it could be and should be a huge plot device and was just discarded as quickly as his fucking WWE career. But at least they did use it multiple times, which made us pity more about his fate, right? The Japanese tycoon, whose actor is also Japanese, was there to just take his paycheck. But at least he is funny and interesting at one point, I guess. His agent, or I don't know, loyal dog, was portrayed so good. I see it in anger when he acts all cooperative and then went to douche to a bastard real quick. It was nice to see him die horribly though. It still gets me every time. I know, they always do that kind of, ooh, plot twist, he is evil all along, but I know it's obvious, but I said, I'm a damn boa. Boy. The big bad boss was there being cool like Car, so there's that. He's the bad boss. Big bad boss. Why is it here in my script? He's a big bad boss, so yeah, you remember him, alright? The pregnant zombie stuff with her wife, or yeah, I don't know, I don't have one. It was definitely sad, or at times awkward and comfortable, just like how I hit on my crush, am I right? Now, we're gonna breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, that's 4 from breathe in. Now the daughter. The daughter. In the name of stepsis. Oh my goodness. Why you like that, mate? It was fine and dandy when she acted against her father's will at the beginning. Got to be a hero who's foolish to think they could ever save everyone, am I right? But the thing that got to her was that the plot device that I previously mentioned in Batista's corner, which is the death of their beloved mother. You know, I haven't been paying that much attention and that isn't focused that enough, so I watched it multiple times. But oh dear god, their convo was so freaking awful. And I, for the love of step bro, don't know or get how she distanced herself to her father made even a shred of sense. Like Batista asked her why she still doesn't want to talk to him, you know? And guess what is her genius, perfectly reasonable answer is? It was... He didn't come to her, like, wheezingly shy. What? What? What the fuck? Are you the one who killed his beloved partner in life in the fucking head in the mother effing knife? And she dares call it just my mother. Like, what is Batista's relationship to her mother then? An effing acquaintance or one night even fucking stand? What the fucking he? What the It released all my anger and vent blaming.
It's not the fact that...
What the fuck is my screen? How am I fucking on? It released all my anger and vent blame it to fucking what the fuck? It released all my anger and blamed
that you
it
never showed up
on.
after.
Is this
Okay?
the best my fellow generation could do?
You
And
weren't
they
there.
effing dare to be a hero, a good person
Calm.
with such
Physically
a
didn't
fucking lame of excuse shy piece of piss. The end of the character dissection. That's it. Ah wait, I forgot the blonde one. The one who cooperated with the dog. Yeah, she that one is how you do a heroic turn to tragic turn to heroic kind of character. That's it, I guess. And the one at the end where the one who got to the safe and the ending. He was cool too, with all his philosophy and shit, pretty good. I guess that's really the end of the character dissection. I really don't have a problem to them, but the daughter, the fucking daughter, it's what the fuck? God damn it! Poor Tess. May he rest in peace. Here is the last stop, mate. And think about it. Do you remember what happened to the fucking story? No, me too. You know, remembered it? Yes. What the fucking no? If you were to ask me personally, how could I rate it? And if the story was, better than some of the zombie movies, the story was good. Fine at its best. It was never the best, The best goes to the comedy zombies. It really fucking, punch the shit out of this thing. No matter how much iconic the movie shots and the conflict and how dark it is, it just fucking bite the shit out of it. It is simple that you can either remember it like all the unnecessary trivia you got from wasting your short life and time in social media in the first place, or you could do it like me. My dumb short freaking brain tells me to forget it, so yeah. Apologies if after I analyze this story and I don't remember what happened to most of the important things, since I'm a big dumb boy. The story started when a test subject left his confinement because the guy is driving is too much unsuitable to work there in the first place. Like, you really fucking talk too much for an agent, Yes, we know working is boring and all, but can you look and focus on the road for a goddamn time? Especially since somebody is getting busy down there, Nearly in front of you, for goodness sake. Stupid people is the reason why we they got locked down and infected Las Vegas in the first place, am I right? Thus, because of stupidity, Nemesis Type 2 was awakened and the whole Las Vegas got wrecked like a fucking bitch and got inhabited by his loon as was now quarantined. Pretty much Batista and the incompatible as fuck gang there said it. I want to get something. I want to say that they are really not that compatible except Batista himself of course, considering that knowledgeable, hulky, big muscles. Oh yeah. You know, I wanna have those kinds of muscles, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't suit me since I'm short as fuck, bro. Why incompatible? And why uncompatible and unsuitable? I mean, most of them are pretty much newbie to the killings, and just a few know their way about it. So yeah, they don't really get along. And they have their own world, so yeah, hats up to that, you know? Cooperation. And what's funny is they not only have a real object, but another one, and two on top of that one. Like why in the entirety fuck do Tanaka, I don't know the Japanese name so I just name it Tanaka, need to hide to Batista the real objective of their mission? Like I understand to most of what he recruited he needed to hide it to them, but it's effing Batista for goodness sake. He is known for being heroic and gallant according to the lore of this movie. And they definitely needed people like Batista, not some gangsta wannabe that you can effing find in a freaking Reddit. Like I think it should be 4chan if anything else, not Reddit. Yeah, no offense to that. Yeah, so yeah. The story was solid. The premise was good. It just kinda didn't make sense in the middle when the people who hired have another surprising agenda and a very important agenda at that, to which they only left to take care to only one person. Like, why? What could ever happen if that Twat died and they successfully stole but didn't get what Tanaka truly wanted? Imagine their faces as Tanaka shoots them everywhere else in their body as he is angry that they didn't get him what they didn't know in the first place. Imagine the big pile of cash and he doesn't want it. Like, you know, you are so much failure of a person that even a fucking 100 million doesn't cut out to your existence. Like, that's so fucking sad, bro. Just imagine. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Zombie movies in quarantine. Zombie movies in quarantine, yeah. It's sad. It's fucking good. No matter what story is for the for the worth of it, it was good too, you know. You just don't need to invest yourselves in the story that much in zombie movies. That's the rule number one, you know. GG Walking Dead. So yeah, if I'm gonna rate this movie, it's 7 out of 10 or 6.5. I don't know. Kinda bums me out that, you know, Batista is killed. Come on, man. Can't he fucking get a break? Like, you know, if his family didn't get killed, he is the one who's killed. Like, come on, man. Marvel, Disney, and every other movies. Come on, man. Give him a fucking badass moment. Come on. I'm waiting. And that's it. That's the end of the video. Gonna play my nerve-wracking end credit. And see you next on my next video. See you next on the whatever I'm gonna upload. Johnny. Ginayos yan, ano? Let's think about it. Bayonara. I mean, it shouldn't be Army of the Dead, right? It should be Army of the Lost Subject that was fucking, since technically they are not dead. And the test subject experimented one is not dead. I mean, they got somebody pregnant, and as far as I remember, people were not dead per se when they were bitten, right? Right? So yeah, it's not Army of the Dead, but it's Army of zombie-like dead people. I mean, who the fuck created this one? Oh.
Oh, come on, what year is it?